Fragrances are disrupting your testosterone. No, really, it is. The question you should be asking yourself is it significant? So in fragrances, there's these things called endocrine disruptors, otherwise known as EDC. These EDCs have been found to disrupt your hormones all over your body, not limited to testosterone. They can usually be ingested or absorbed through your skin, such as through fragrances. And it has been found that there are EDCs in fragrances. And even the smallest amount of EDCs have been found to disrupt hormones. But again, how significant is that? Pretty much insignificant. EDCs are commonly found in food, containers, and a bunch of other household items, and there have been studies to show that there's a very small amount of EDCs in some fragrances, not all. And if you look up studies that are published in PubMed, you do find a correlation between like a drop in testosterone in certain age groups, specifically between 6 and 12 and 40 and 60. But literally all other age groups are pretty statistically insignificant. But let's think about this a little better. How many kids 6 to 12 are running around here wearing fragrances all day? So I don't think fragrances have anything to do with that. In the 40 to 60 age group, I can't really tell what the correlation is, but they also didn't take into account any diet or medications or anything along those lines. So all of those can play a factor into why testosterone was lower and why they found a correlation between EDCs and, well, that age group, which was also pointed out as a weakness in those studies. But most importantly, just because there's EDCs found in fragrances and then there's another study showing that EDCs can affect our hormones doesn't mean the two are directly linked. In fact, that was pointed out in the study that there is just a correlation, not a causation, of EDCs in general, not just from fragrances. I'm talking EDCs from food, everything else. Even the FDA has specifically come out and said that there's no measurable adverse effect on the EDC found in fragrances and testosterone production. Why do I bring this all up? I made a post a few days ago that was really just going through my favorite gym scents, but I kind of like worded it as, you know, these are the fragrances that's going to help you build muscle. Clearly not serious. But this user apparently took that whole video very serious and then had a whole argument with me about how fragrances are actually disrupting testosterone production. Probably read that on a Facebook post and just ran with it. He then gave me the links to the studies that he himself clearly didn't read, just read the like conclusion or the results of it and then ran with it. Unfortunately for him, I know how to read and I read the entire thing, including the weaknesses of the study and how a lot of variables could not be controlled. Overall conclusion, same thing the FDA found. There's no measurable adverse effect between fragrances and bodybuilding, which I could have told you that without going into a deep dive, because Exhibit A, me, and all the other guys that go to my gym that wear fragrances. And we're not the only ones. So what's the lesson to be learned here? Stop reading these Facebook posts of people that clearly don't know what they're talking about, that don't work in that field, that cite one study where they really just read like the results or the conclusion paragraph and didn't actually read the whole study. If you don't know how to read medical studies, don't make claims based on a study that you don't understand. Oh, and fragrances are negligibly affecting your testosterone production. It basically affects your testosterone just as much as like fish oil or most other foods. Yes, it affects your testosterone, but pretty insignificantly. Like and follow for more fragrance content like this.